Hello everybody and welcome to another Transformers review. Today I'm taking a look at the Robots in Disguise 2015 line Transformers Grimlock. I wasn't really that excited about this guy until I actually saw him in store. Got a nice close-up look of him and actually realised just how good he really looks. Taking a look around the package, we've got this nice kind of new bright white blister card they come in. You've got a nice animated version of Grimlock on the side there, and the same picture is just mirrored on the side of the card. Flipping it around to the back, we've got Grimlock, we've got him in his dino mode, we've got a jaw-chomping function by the looks of things, he's got 10 steps to transform him, and of course we've got this application so you can scan in his Autobot logo and put him straight into the game. And let's not forget you can get this in the App Store, the Google Play Store, and it's an authentic Transformer made by Hasbro and made in Vietnam. On the bottom of the box, we've got the basic laws and copyrights, and we've got Bumblebee, Steeljaw, and Strongarm there. I'm going to put a link in the description below to my playlist of the RID figures, so you can click that and watch all of those videos. That's the box. Let's crack him out and take a look at the figure. Here he is, straight out of his package. He's not perfect. He's a good figure. He looks really good. The detailing, I mean, it's fine. I love how bold and embossed this Autobot logo is on him there. And he is very, very accurate to what I've seen from the trailers for the RID line online. But he's tiny. He is really, really, really small, and that's a bit upsetting, really, because Hasbro have said that they've made this Warrior line, the Deluxes, as accurate to the show as they could. We've already discovered that Strongarm is missing a few paint applications, and this guy is just really, really small. I mean, he's even shorter than Bumblebee, and is, from what I can tell from the animation, he should stand approximately a Voyager scale to Bumblebee. I mean, he's in the animation and he's standing there and he's kind of looking over Bumblebee and he's standing up to about here. Why they didn't make him as a Voyager, I don't know. Maybe they will. Maybe they will release him as a Voyager. Maybe they're just getting these out here for the children to get a feeler, see whether they like the toys, see which characters work, see what sells and what doesn't. But yeah, he's a little bit small. Scale junkie aside, this guy has got some really, really nice detailing. That's a very, very nice face. It's actually almost beast-like in itself, isn't it? It's got like almost like a, I don't know, like a wolf or like a bear. It's got that kind of feel to it. Really, really nice sculpt there. I love how broad his shoulders are as well. I think they've done a good job of capturing a Grimlock-esque likeness in this figure and kind of transforming it into the animated style. And yeah, I think it works. I mean, I actually prefer the look of this to that of the actual animated line from 2007 where we had the other Dinobots as well. It just, I don't know, it just seems more fun, slightly more sleek, a little bit better in design, possibly. I know I'm probably going to get massacred for saying that, because the animated Grimlock was a really, really fun toy, and he did have a very, very G1-esque look to him, and this is completely different, but sometimes it's nice to step away from the norm. Taking a look at Grimlock's articulation, the head itself is not on a ball joint, it's actually on a dual swivel. There's a swivel at the back there like so, so it rotates the head as far around to that shoulder, and as far as that shoulder, which is actually a pretty realistic range of movement. And it's then on a separate swivel, so you can look up slightly, not a great deal of height there, and down very, very slightly as well, which would be okay if he was a Voyager, because he'd be looking down on people, but he's not. I do like the fact he's got a nice kind of upward motion though, and that swivel there, that actually works incredibly well. The shoulders themselves, they rotate. If you keep them straight, they will go all the way around as a 360. Fortunately, this does tend to hinge in as you're moving the shoulder, so it will kind of restrict how much movement you've got there. As we discovered, we have a tip up that far, and you can pull the shoulders in that far. You do have a rotation at the upper bicep. You then have a nice kind of clicking bicep swivel at the elbow, but I don't know if you can see that. They're on a ratchet, but it's such a soft ratchet with this pin going across that they're really floppy. I'm not liking that at all. The hands are stuck. Yeah, they've got monkey curly hands, inwards like so. No rotation on those whatsoever. Waist swivel, none. None at all. I don't really see why they couldn't have put a swivel in here. I know this is one sculpted piece, but they could have put kind of a mushroom peg in there, had these as two separate pieces, and it would have worked. But each to their own, Hasbro, each to their own. Forward range of motion, pretty good there. I like how they filled up the legs with the tail there. Backwards range of motion, again, no hindrance there at all. It does swivel out as well. You've got an upper thigh rotation. You've got an earfishly okay bend at the knee, completely stumped here by this section here, although it does curve in there very nicely. And foot articulation, that's all you're going to get. You're going to get a little bit of toe movement there. But again, remember this is a deluxe toy. I would have liked a little bit more range. I would have liked a waist swivel at least. But, you know, it's a 12 to 14 pound toy. Kids aren't really going to care for the waist swivel. It's just me speaking as an adult collector. Let's just take a full 360 view of Grimlock. He's got a really nice kind of look from the front there. But as we get round the back, we've got a very hollow legs. The head itself does fold in nicely to the back section there, like it did with the Fall of Cybertron Grimlock, I think it was, that used that same sort of aesthetic. I'm not entirely sure I like how the arms just dangle there either. I can't really forgive those gappy legs who've done such a nice job at the side of filling out the calves with the tail that I just feel a little bit half-hearted at the back. You're just kind of flipping those in and there's still half a leg showing. Now, of course, Grimlock does transform. And first of all, I like to sometimes have the head over like that. And just peg that in. And I kind of see that as a bit of a beast mode in itself there. Look, it's almost like one of the G1 Sharkticons, isn't it? Or an Alicon. But this is a Dinocon. I'll get to these legs in a second. They are a complete pain in the bottom. But I kind of like that. That's it's probably just me, isn't it? But I think it looks kind of cool. Now, let's get Grimlock transformed. Let's go back to this head section. Remember, it's on a swivel peg. There's a little bit of paint stress under there. Look, it's almost like it's just been pulled off the sprue and not been cleaned up. Pop that head down, and there's two pegs just underneath here that does peg down. And you can open and close the jaw. Like so, by swiveling this head section here. You then go around to these legs. The legs are a bit of a pain for me. They are somewhat floppy. They're on this sliding peg joint here, which pops in, pops out, but it does tend to pop out whenever you're trying to pose him, and it's just a bit of a floppy mess, unfortunately. So we're going to pop both sections out, like so. It only seems to be this side. This side came out quite difficult. This one here just floppy. I want to get your finger inside that hollow leg and flip out the tail. Now the tail is actually only in one side. The other side is just kind of sculpted and moulded in there already. You can then bring those together and plug that in there and that in there, like so. I'm going to flip the floppy leg back over, and as you bring it back over, it kind of sits on top of this section of the leg here, and then they just come in and peg together nicely like so. You can then flip these feet section just forward like that. Fold the hands into the feet, straighten off those legs like so, and just rotate at the elbow like that. Then come up to this chest section here. You want to slide that off. It's on another kind of floppy joint. Bring the hand, which is dino hand, bring that forward, and as you do, bring this section round. And as you bring this down, there is a few pegs that just need to line up. There's this circular peg here that will go into this little groove here, and this section just kind of pops in like so. And then we have Dino Mode Grimlock. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit disappointed. The bot mode was good. Okay, yes, I could get over the fact that it was small, just because the detailing was there and I liked it. But this is very, very tiny. I mean, it looks very much like Godzilla, in my opinion. Yes, I have a jaw that opens, but the arms themselves, I would have liked these to have been on a ball joint. They're just on an up and down swivel. There's no outward motion at all on those arms, and they're very, very floppy as well. The joint itself is terrible. You've got a forward motion and a back motion for the Dino, and you've got these really weak kind of bends at the knees again. But he's just so tiny. You could pose them out, I guess, like so, which makes him look more like a sumo. It's just a little lackluster. I mean, this could have been a Voyager or maybe like an Ultra class figure, and it would have made a lot of difference. I mean, let's bring Bumblebee back in bot mode. I can imagine him having a lead and taking Grimlock for a walk. I mean, you see Grimlock in the cartoon running behind Bumblebee in vehicle mode. But let's be honest, I mean, at this sort of scale, Grimlock's more likely to be running with his tail between his legs. I mean, there's just no scary, scary dinosaur, Dinobot feeling to that at all. But hey, all in all, he looks good as a robot, but he's very, very small. And I think the Dino mode does suffer somewhat from... I feel the Dino mode does suffer somewhat from lack of articulation. Would have liked very small things like a pivot on the head, ball joints on the elbows, something that wouldn't have been overly difficult to do. And it's just too small. When are they going to learn that kids actually really like big toys? I mean, I don't mean like the £60 flip and change Grimlock. No, I mean kind of an ultra class or a leader class toy. Doesn't even have to be amazing plastic quality. It can be this kind of build quality, but just bigger and actually in scale with the toys that you're providing them. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment in the description below. If you like the videos, please feel free to subscribe and like those videos up. Anyway guys, from myself and Grimlock from the RID 2015 line, until next time, goodbye.